From mat number 4, 113 pounds, for Owen J. Roberts, Gulotta.
My name's Gulotta. I'm a junior. I go to Owen J. Roberts High School. I will be graduating in 2015, and I wrestled 113 last year. My style really depends on my mood. If I have like a good day in school or something, like I'll go out there and I'll just be funky, just open up and do anything. And then if I'm in a bad mood or something, I'll just go out there and I want to rip someone's head off. It really just depends. I have different styles if I'm wrestling a different person. It kind of just depends on whenever you step on the mat.
Derek is very athletic. He's always had a good outside shot, but when kids would attack him, he would love to just clear himself and create space, get back to his offense. And he was missing opportunities to score, whereas this year, that became one of his strongest attributes, was his ability to counterattack. And so kids would attack him, and he would pound with his hips, and he would create scoring opportunities with his short offense, which really helped him. I think towards the end of the year, he probably had more counterattack takedowns than he did from space. So that's something he definitely improved on.
He's a kid who has made big time changes to try and become a better wrestler. What you talk about a kid who's experienced success as a youth wrestler, making changes in high school is hard to do. And his outside dump is phenomenal, it's good. But he had stopped scoring on the top kids with it. So this past summer, he worked on a single, and he's been phenomenal with it. I think he scored many more points this year on a single rather than his dump, but that dump's still in his back pocket.
What motivates me to work harder during the season and in the off season is just the urge to win. I just don't like to lose. Losing is, it really gets to me, and the matches that I look back at to where I had a close match, I think I could work harder and push myself to win that next match if I wrestle that kid again.
The big reason I know he would be successful is that he's a winner. I don't know if I've ever had an athlete find more ways to win than Derek. I can't count how many matches that maybe something wasn't working for him, and he will create scrambles and create positions and come up with points to enable himself to win. Pac-10 championships were a great example. He got taken down 3 times.
It was different because I've never got taken down that many times in a match. I wasn't in the match, I didn't think, but the scoreboard said I was. I knew that I would have to do something to win this match.
His shot was not on, and with about 20 seconds to go, he had kind of a misdirection duck and took Hayes to his back, and Derek came off like, I didn't have my shot tonight, I didn't have my shot. And I said, it's not often that you can not have your shot, get taken down 3 times and win by 4 points against a state medalist, and Derek has that ability.
You can never count yourself out. When you're in a match and you're not wrestling your best, it doesn't matter if you're really behind. If there's time on the clock, there's always time for you to win. So I felt like just always believing that I'm in the match or have a chance to win just keeps pushing you, and maybe something will open up.
I watched him hit moves that he almost invents, but he's a winner and he creates ways to win, and that doesn't just go away. Kids like that, they find success. And, Derek's a winner. He's going to find success at the next level. He'll find ways to win in college.
Going to the state tournament, there was a lot of hype about me, like talking about going to the finals, and I just try to stay calm and just kind of not really like worry about my expectations, but worry about my wrestling. And if I wrestle good, then that's just going to take me.
The last 2 years at states, he took 8th place and 8th place. Freshman year to place in states was pretty incredible at that weight class. For 7th and 8th place, he was wrestling a kid who was going for his 3rd medal. And then last year, it arguably was the toughest weight class in the country. when you look at the depth of kids. So for him to come back his sophomore year and medal, that was pretty neat at that weight class. You know, just to get there, he had to beat a returning state medalist. And then this year making the semis and being 1 point from the finals.
In the semis match, it was right there. It was that close. It was 1 point away. One takedown could have made that difference. In the third period, there was like 15 seconds left, and I hooked his ankle when I was in front headlock, and I had it for a second. He slipped out, and I almost stepped over again, but it was close. I knew I had to bounce back. I mean, it was the past 2 years I've been on that 8th place stand. I had to win.
I think what made him successful, what got him from that 8th place to 4th place, was his willingness to step up and become a leader this year. As an older man on the team and one of the most successful, I think he kind of thrived in that leadership role. By forcing himself into that leadership role and kind of walking the walk, not just talking the talk, I think that's what helped him be so successful in the postseason. And I think he brought that approach with him mentally every day, whether we were in the weight room, in the preseason, wrestling season, whatever. Every time he was on the mats, he was there for a purpose. And I think doing that and trying to be a leader on our team helped him in the long run. And I think that's, aside from just the success at the end of the year, I think that's something to be just as proud of, is how he's developed as a young man and a leader this year for our team.